Good morning. Long time no speak. I've not pulled out this camera in a while. It's been a while. Reason being, I just find it so hard to find the time to edit anything for YouTube, and yeah, like I literally love editing. That's my favourite part of making videos, but it's very time consuming. But I thought I would give like a little weekly vlog a go, and just like, you know, see what we get up to throughout the week. But right now it's Saturday morning. It's 8:45, which is probably later than I'd like, but I did have a very late night last night because my friend was round and we were just having a nice little gossip and a yap and just chatting, doing what girls do best. And we finished a bottle of wine between us. My boyfriend is at the gym at the moment and I'm planning on going to the gym in a little bit. Like, preferably, I usually would like to get it out of the way first thing, but I also am a girl who needs my sleep, so I needed to make sure I had like a decent sleep before I got up and got ready to go to the gym. So yeah, it's looking a bit miserable outside, but it's freaking boiling hot. I think today's the day we're gonna finally get a Dyson fan or some sort of good, probably expensive fan, because our flat is a literal furnace. It's so hot, and I say this all the time, but it's so good in the winter because we don't have to turn our heating on. Like, imagine like literally not having to turn your heating on in the winter. It's great. But in the summer, unbearable. Don't actually have any like plans today, so we're just gonna see where the day takes us. I've just got dressed and I'm gonna head to the gym now. I'm gonna do a cardio and core session, which I've not actually done in weeks, but it's a really nice session. I always do it on a Saturday, and it's like Saturday's the only time where I can go to the gym without like a sort of time restraint of I need to get to work or whatever. So I try to really enjoy Saturdays and take them a bit like slowly at the gym. But anyway, outfit wise, I've gone for this Able oversized top and these Able shorts. I love these shorts so much. They're my favourite pair because I just love the colour. I love green so much. Anyway, let's go to the gym. Back from the gym, I had honestly a bit of a rubbish session. I didn't enjoy it very much. Mainly because I didn't have much of a plan in place of what I was gonna do. I don't really have a set core workout and I need to just establish one because I just felt so unproductive today. Like, I was just doing, and that's so, it's like so unlike me. My workouts are so structured, but core, there's no structure at all. So I was kind of just like faffing around. And then I did half hour of cardio, which, you know, that was fine. But the first half of the workout was just a bit rubbish. I'm obviously happy that I went, and I always feel like you're never gonna feel worse after a workout. But I think this is one of those days where I'm like, do I feel better? Not necessarily, but I definitely don't feel worse. I'm happy that I got the cardio done, but I'm thinking I wish I just went and did cardio and I could have saved myself like half hour. But yeah, I'm gonna have a shower in a sec and get ready for the day, and oh, I need to have some breakfast. Just made a matcha, I've got my oats, and we've got Molly May's documentary on the TV because I love it, it's so good.
Pretty cool.
We've come on a little hot girl walk because I need to get some more steps in for the day, and it's really freaking warm today. So I want to make the most of the weather. It's so quiet out as well, considering it's such a nice day. There's actually no one about. Say hey! So Joe has gone out for the evening to watch football at his friend's house, so it's just me, and I've got the flat to myself. So I've just put on my new PJs because in Sainsbury's earlier I was on the hunt for some new PJs. Not that I needed any, but I just knew that Sainsbury's had some good ones, and I got these like pink and white stripy pyjamas with shorts. I've just made myself a spearmint tea, so I'm going to enjoy that. I'm going to do a little bit of hair maintenance and moisturise my hair, and then I'm also going to paint my nails. I never paint my nails anymore because I just can't be bothered, but me and Joe are going out for our anniversary meal tomorrow, so I thought, you know what, why not just add a little colour. I'm going to go for this brown Barry M Which, do you know what? You know when you haven't used it in so long, it might not even be good to use. I think it looks fine. So, I don't like that nail varnish smell. That really went straight up my nose. I'm gonna put something on Netflix or YouTube. I literally like don't have time to watch TV anymore. I'm so behind on like, well, the only show I'm trying to get through is You, because I've watched every season and it's the final season. I think I've watched 3 episodes. It came out weeks ago and I've not had the time to get into it. So maybe I'll put on an episode of that, although I don't know if I actually want to watch that. No, I'm gonna put on an episode of You because I need to hurry up and just, you know, get through it and watch things. Because what happens with me when I don't consistently watch something is I'm just like, oh, do you know what, I don't really care. And I already kind of feel like that, but I know I do want to see it to the end. So Olivia, let's just watch it. I'm gonna do my hair using some water, good old trusty spray bottle. I'm gonna oil my scalp, give myself a little scalp massage with some rosemary oil. And then also, oh no. So the camera is currently on my Blue Magic hair grease, which is like my favourite product. It's so good. Well, at least for my hair. My hair loves it. And then we're gonna just use some mousse. Let's get on with this chilled pamper evening.
No, Goldberg, right?
What's your name, cop?
Because Henry is a monster. He broke my...
Did it for our family.
It scared me. Are you... Papa?
Maddie. Already scrutinizing you. It's... I found her new... I'll consult with the lawyer. A new place, he will be out of harm. Sending Henry to a different school. He needs stability. Don't look at me like I'm a liability.
Prove you aren't one.
So I'm gonna head to sleep soon. I did my nails. They look cute. I think I'm just very used to having like not colour on my nails that I'm like, I'm probably gonna hate them by the end of tomorrow, but whatever. I'm just gonna read some of my book and then do some journaling and then do a meditation and then go to bed. I'm reading at the moment The Mixed Race Experience. I've not read a non-fiction book in quite a few months, so I was like, do you know what, I'm gonna pick up a non-fiction. I got this a couple of months back at I think the shop's called The Book Bar, and it's in like sort of Islington-ish area, I think. I can't really remember, but no, I'm really enjoying it. It's very good. It's so nice to read something so like validating, but also hearing like other people's experience who, yeah, obviously have different lived experiences and are different races, and it's, yeah, good to see other people's perspectives and experiences, but also nice to see yourself like represented and your experiences represented. So it's a really good book. I'm gonna read for another like 15 minutes and then I'm probably gonna journal, and or maybe I should journal first. Journal, read, go to bed, I think. So yeah, see you tomorrow. It's Sunday morning and I've just got myself ready because me and Joe are heading out to a restaurant called Mallow near Borough Market because it's our, well, we're going out for our anniversary. Our anniversary isn't until Wednesday, but we thought obviously we'll celebrate it on a Sunday. So yeah, we're going out later. I will show my outfit fully in a bit, but I've got this gorgeous Uniqlo maxi dress. Well, I don't know, I think it's supposed to be a midi dress, but I'm 5 foot nothing, so it's like a maxi dress. But I got it a few weeks ago or a few months ago and it's so nice. And yeah, just got my, I think these are Oliver Bonus earrings. I can't remember where this is from, I've had it for years. My staple 1999 necklace, and then I'm gonna put on my everyday rings. They're just from ASOS. This is the outfit we've gone for. We've got a Uniqlo, I think I already said this, Uniqlo dress, chunky sandals from Next. We are in Borough Market. It's so freaking busy, but I've been here in ages. We're just having a little walk around before we go for our lunch. It smells so good and it's actually quite tempting to buy something, but we've obviously got a lunch reservation, so we're gonna have to just resist temptation. Good morning, it's Monday at 5:34 and I'm just getting ready to go to the gym. We're going to do leg day today, gonna get it out of the way. First day this week. It's kind of the only day that made sense to do it as well because I'm working from home today, and I always do leg day on a work from home day because it's usually my longest session, and I wouldn't want to squeeze it in before an office day. So we're going to get it out of the way this morning. I didn't have a rubbish sleep, but I didn't have the greatest sleep ever. The last like 3, apart from last Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, I went to sleep really late, and just my sleep schedule was not what it usually is, and that meant that I was just tired the entire weekend. Yeah, last night I went to bed at a sensible time, but the heat and I kind of just kept waking up. I definitely didn't have like a deep sleep. I was kind of, yeah, wasn't the best sleep ever, but the past like week or two I've been finding it quite difficult to keep my habits on track. I think I'm maybe a little burnt out, so I'm just trying to keep an eye on that. And I was literally brushing my teeth this morning, and I was thinking, just like how you have like a deload week in the gym, I need a mental deload week when it comes to like everything. Like I spend I say so much time. I spend all my free time like editing TikToks, which is fun and I really enjoy it, but like we need some time to chill. Like I never just come home from work anymore and just sit on the sofa and watch TV and like relax. I don't do that anymore. I come home from work and I'm just like editing, and obviously like that's not a bad thing because there's a reason I'm doing that, but I need a mental deload week, which I kind of need to plan for, so maybe I'll plan it for next week, try and see what we can do. I don't know, it would take a bit of like forward planning, I think. But anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna try and get a bit more on track with some habits this week. I am doing 75 medium, or at least like my own variation of 75 medium. And in this version of 75 medium, I'm not beating myself up for like missing a habit. Like I'm not going back to the beginning. Sorry, if that means I failed, then so be it. I'm not doing that whole thing of restart the challenge, because sometimes you have a bad day, and I've had a couple of days where I've not done every habit, but I'm like 3 weeks in, and realistically if I am to like keep these things up, and I want to be able to keep these things up after the challenge, if I'm so harsh on myself that I'm going to keep going back to the beginning, like it's just unrealistic, you know what I mean? So we're going to try and get back on it a bit today, and yeah, but the habits absolutely are making me feel really good, so all good there. Anyway, I'm going to go to the gym. So I got back from the gym a little bit ago, like what's the time? Like an hour and a half ago, and it was a good session. I definitely am quite like low energy. It wasn't an easy session. I didn't feel great in myself, but I got it done, and we're definitely having a deload week next week. I definitely need that. But anyway, I've just logged on to start working. I think I'm gonna have a fairly quiet day today, because the thing I'm working on doesn't look too busy. I'm absolutely starving, so I'm gonna make some breakfast very shortly. But it's such a nice day out. I was just sat on the balcony, literally like meditating. The sun was in my face. I had my spearmint tea. It was so nice. I'm so grateful that we have a little balcony that actually gets the sun. Just the whole lighting in this flat is so... I've got the blinds down a little bit right now because it'll get too hot if I let the sun in. But I'm just so grateful for the balcony, for the sun, for the light in the flat. Yeah, very, very grateful. I completely forgot to bring my camera with me, but I'm just out on a little walk after work. Oh my god, there's no one here. This field is like always empty. It's such a nice day. And there's no one here. So yeah, I've just come out on a little walk because I needed some fresh air after being inside all day, and the weather is so good, and also needed to get some steps in. It's Wednesday evening, and I don't think I've picked up the camera since either Sunday or Monday. I think it was Monday, but It's Wednesday now, midweek. Oh, we've made it past midweek. Yay. I'm incredibly drained and tired this week. In fact, I'm having my first rough week in a while. And my sort of rough, that could mean many things. I'm feeling very mentally drained this week. I'm in need of a break, not gonna lie. It's all self-inflicted. It's funny because I really enjoy my job, and luckily, like, I'm never stressed about work, which is a blessing, such a blessing. Overall, like, enjoyable. Obviously you have the days where like you can't be bothered to go to work, blah blah blah. Overall, I really like my job. So you might be like, why is your brain so full of stress? And it's because I just put so much pressure on myself and so much stress on myself to like grow into this person that I see myself being in like 5-10 years time, that it literally consumes me and it takes up all my spare time. When I'm not working, I get in from work and I am working on the parts of me that I want to grow and build. Oh my god, no, my battery's gonna die. When any free time I have, I'm trying to be productive. I'm trying to learn something, edit something, do something, so that in 5 years time I can look back and say that paid off. And that's not a bad thing, like, it's not a bad thing, but it's very pressurizing. Like, I think everyone is their own worst critic. I'm constantly like, Olivia, you're not doing enough. You're not doing enough. So I'm really, and I have been for months, been trying to find like a way to get around this and still be productive and work towards my goals, but also not have it consume my life. And I've not quite come to the conclusion, but I think after this week I'm really gonna have to just try, because my life cannot be waking up in the morning, going to the gym, coming home from the gym and then going to work, coming home from work and then working again on my goals and then going to sleep. Because you really do need time to chill and watch TV and read a book and go for a nice walk, and maybe a walk that isn't like for exercise, like just go for a walk just to be outside. Like, you need time to chill and relax, and this year I've not given myself any time to chill and relax. Like, I'm not even exaggerating, like literally no time to chill and relax. When I'm working from home, my lunch breaks are not lunch breaks. Like, I'm working on something. And on one hand I'm like, I'm so proud of you, that's great. On the other hand I'm like, Olivia, baby girl, breathe, chill, please. Before you burn out, we're already there. Before you literally have like a breakdown, relax. So I've given myself a bit of a break this evening. I've got my spearmint tea, I've put my phone away. I'm just gonna try and read on the sofa and have a very chill, slow evening routine before I go to sleep and wake up and do it all again tomorrow. We've made it to Friday, thank goodness. I've had the most exhausting week. Not that I've even been doing a lot necessarily, but you know, when you just had weeks and weeks and months of being go go go, this week it just caught up to me, and I've kind of taken the rest of the week off of the gym and working out, and I had a lie-in this morning. I got out of bed at 8, which has been fantastic. I'll see how I feel tomorrow. I mean, I might as well just not do anything tomorrow in terms of going to the gym or going on a run or anything, but I think what's in my head is I was going to have a deload week next week, so I'm like, I really wanted to push through this week so I could have like an intentional deload week next week, but I can still do that, it's fine. And this is just me being a perfectionist and like being like, you can't have a week off the gym and then have a deload week, like that's so fucking lazy. We all have our flaws. My perfectionism is my biggest flaw, I think. So I am working. I logged into work like an hour ago, and luckily it's looking like a bit of a quiet day, so I might, if I get time, like do a bit of training whilst my workload is fairly low. I also retwisted some of my twists last night because they were looking not great, so I'm definitely gonna like carry on and do some more today if I can. So I want these to just last as long as possible. I only did them like 2 weeks ago or something, maybe 3 weeks ago. Right, I'm gonna make some breakfast, and it's obviously going to be the same thing I have every single day of my life. My oats. I've definitely had more of an anxious week this week. I'm someone who's very like in tune with my body and how I'm feeling, and I really just try and like always gauge like how I'm feeling about things. I think it's quite easy to like not really listen to how you feel, like especially because we've got social media and TikTok and we're just scrolling, and also like because life moves so fast, I think it's very easy to just like not really tune into your emotions. And I'm a very emotional girl, I'm a very sensitive girl, and yeah, I've been feeling quite anxious this week. Ultimately, like nothing's really that deep, like nothing is actually that deep, but I think it's just good to notice how you're feeling and like notice why you might be feeling like that, and then think, can I control it? If the answer's yes, where do you want to go from here? If the answer's no, is it that deep? You know? I can't not make a mess when I'm making my porridge. I always freeze my bananas for my porridge, because I just think it makes them nicer in the porridge, and also because I don't have a full banana, it's like if I have a fresh one, what do I do with the other half, you know? Sometimes it's just like an ice block of banana and I actually can't get any. And I'm unfortunately out of matcha, so we're just gonna have a cup of tea today. Trusty cup of tea, can't go wrong. Lovely. It's Friday evening. I've had a very slow, relaxing day, to be honest. It was like the perfect Friday. I was productive, but it was also just like there just wasn't much going on, so I could take everything very slowly. It was so nice. And finished the day, edited my TikTok, had pie and mash for dinner. Me and Joe watched Taskmaster, just had a shower, and now we're here. I also just did some face maintenance, did my eyebrows, like shaped my eyebrows and did my stash because I'm a hairy girl. I've always been a bit of a hairy girl, especially in the moustache area, so we dealt with that, we dealt with the eyebrows. And now, what's the time? It's 9:30, I think. 9:30. Friday night, and we're just gonna chill. I'm going to spend some time reading my book. I think I spoke about this earlier in the week. The Mixed Race Experience is what I'm reading. I'm nearly finished it now, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm really on a mission to try and read more non-fiction books, but also non-fiction books that almost have like, and this isn't a good example of that, but non-fiction books that almost have like nothing that I just can't relate to. Obviously I can very much relate to this book, but I want to try and read more non-fiction books that I cannot relate to. I don't necessarily know about that topic or about that group of people, because I just think it's so important that we open our minds and learn about other people and other people's experiences and other countries and other religions and other lifestyles and all sorts, because I just think it's important for people to educate themselves and just try the best to not be ignorant, you know? I'm not a stranger to a non-fiction book, but I'm usually more of a like self-help person / a book that like very much relates to me. I've read so many books on race and veganism. I'm not vegan anymore, but I was. Last year I read Against a Loveless World, which was a beautifully written fiction book based on real life, and it's about the genocide in Palestine, and it was beautifully written. It stemmed all the way back to essentially the start, which is decades and decades and decades ago, and yeah, follows a girl through her life. And I know reading's all about enjoying yourself and enjoying reading and escapism, but equally, just like, you know, when you scroll on TikTok or you watch something on TV, I don't think there's any harm in also consuming educational things and, you know, opening your eyes to what's going on outside of your little first world bubble, you know. I'm planning on going on a nice long hot girl walk tomorrow because we're not going to the gym. We are ending the week slowly. We are listening to our body and our mind, and my body and my mind is begging me to slow down. So that's what I've been doing the last half of this week. So tomorrow we're just gonna, I don't know why I'm saying tomorrow I'm gonna start the morning with a hot girl walk, get a little matcha, and I'm buzzing for it. But that is gonna be the end of this weekly vlog, because I'm pretty sure I started it on Saturday, so obviously I don't know the format that I'm doing this yet. This is all just very trial and error, but I started editing it today. So yeah, very trial and error. We're just gonna see how it goes, see what works, see what doesn't work, and we can just tweak things as we go along. It's all a bit of fun. Do you know what I mean? It's all a bit of fun. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. We're not taking it too seriously. So yeah, I'm gonna go and have a lovely, cozy, chilled evening, and I'll see you in the next vlog.